In today's rapidly evolving digital landscape, leadership is no longer defined by traditional hierarchies or rigid chains of command. Instead, it has transformed into a dynamic interplay of vision, influence, and adaptability. As organizations worldwide embrace digital technologies, leaders are challenged to not only keep pace with change, but to inspire, empower, and guide their teams through the uncertainties of the digital era. This is where transformational leadership stands apart, a style that transcends transactional management, focusing instead on cultivating innovation, fostering a shared sense of purpose, and driving collective growth. Transformational leadership, at its core, is about creating meaningful change. It's a leadership model that inspires individuals to exceed their own expectations, tapping into their intrinsic motivations and aligning their goals with those of the broader organization. In the digital era, where disruption and unpredictability have become the norm, transformational leaders play a pivotal role in shaping organizational culture and strategy. Their vision is not confined to quarterly targets or annual reports. Instead, they see the bigger picture, embracing the opportunities that digital transformation presents while preparing their teams to navigate its challenges. The digital era has introduced a host of new technologies: artificial intelligence, big data, cloud computing, and automation, to name just a few. These advancements have fundamentally altered how organizations operate, how decisions are made, and how value is created. In such a landscape, the role of a leader is no longer to control every process, but to empower others to contribute their expertise and creativity. Transformational leaders recognize that innovation is often sparked at the edges, where diverse perspectives collide, and so they foster an environment where experimentation is encouraged and failure is seen as a stepping stone to success. One of the hallmarks of transformational leadership in the digital era is a relentless commitment to learning, both self-directed and organizational. Leaders must model the behaviors they wish to see, demonstrating curiosity, humility, and adaptability. In a world where yesterday's expertise can quickly become obsolete, transformational leaders invest in continuous learning, upskilling their teams, and creating opportunities for growth. They understand that digital transformation is not simply about adopting new technologies, but about fundamentally rethinking how work gets done, how value is delivered, and how people are engaged. Communication takes on new dimensions in the digital age. With remote work, virtual teams, and global collaboration becoming standard, leaders must master digital communication tools and techniques. Transformational leaders are adept at creating clarity, fostering trust, and building relationships, even across distances and through screens. They leverage digital platforms to share their vision, provide feedback, and celebrate successes, ensuring that every team member feels connected to the mission and values of the organization. Another critical aspect of transformational leadership in the digital era is emotional intelligence. Technology may be at the heart of digital transformation, but people remain its driving force. Leaders must be attuned to the emotional needs and well-being of their teams, especially as work and life boundaries blur and stresses multiply. Transformational leaders cultivate empathy, actively listen, and provide support, helping their teams manage change and uncertainty with resilience and confidence. Diversity and inclusion have also moved to the forefront in the digital era, as organizations operate in increasingly complex and global environments. Transformational leaders champion diversity, not just in terms of demographics, but also in thought, experience, and perspective. They create spaces where everyone feels heard, valued, and empowered to contribute. By fostering a culture of inclusion, these leaders unlock the collective intelligence of their teams, driving innovation and ensuring that solutions are relevant to a diverse and ever-changing world. One of the greatest challenges leaders face in the digital era is managing change. The pace of technological advancement means that organizations must be agile, ready to pivot strategies and reinvent processes as needed. Transformational leaders guide their teams through change by articulating a compelling vision and creating a sense of shared purpose. They help their organizations embrace change as an opportunity for growth rather than a threat to be resisted. Through transparent communication, active engagement, and a focus on shared values, they build commitment and resilience, ensuring that teams remain motivated and aligned, even in times of uncertainty. Accountability and ethics have never been more important than in the digital age. With increased access to data and the growing influence of technology, leaders must navigate complex ethical dilemmas and ensure responsible use of digital tools. Transformational leaders set the standard, modeling integrity and ethical decision-making. They foster a culture of accountability where transparency is valued and where everyone understands the impact of their actions on the organization and society at large. The digital era also offers unprecedented opportunities for collaboration. Transformational leaders break down silos, encouraging cross-functional teams and partnerships that span traditional boundaries. They understand that innovation thrives in environments where knowledge flows freely and where diverse talents come together to solve complex problems. By leveraging digital collaboration tools and creating a culture of openness, transformational leaders enable their organizations to adapt quickly and capitalize on emerging opportunities. Ultimately, the journey of transformational leadership in the digital era is about enabling people to achieve their fullest potential. It's about inspiring others to embrace change, learn continuously, and contribute to a vision that is larger than themselves. Transformational leaders recognize that their greatest legacy is not the technologies they implement or the strategies they devise, but the people they empower and the cultures they create. As organizations continue to navigate the complexities of the digital landscape, the need for transformational leaders will only grow. These leaders are not just managers of change. They are architects of the future, shaping organizations that are agile, inclusive, and purpose-driven. They understand that true transformation begins with people, and that by fostering a culture of innovation, learning, and trust, they can unlock the full potential of their teams. In conclusion, transformational leadership in the digital era is about more than adapting to change. It's about leading it. It's about inspiring others to reimagine what's possible, to challenge the status quo, and to create lasting value in a world defined by constant evolution. As we look to the future, the leaders who will make the greatest impact are those who embrace transformation, not as a one-time initiative, but as a way of being, guiding their organizations and communities toward a brighter, more connected, and more human digital age.